Good afternoon, Year 2. So this week we begin a new RE unit, the unit of Lent. And in actual fact, the season of Lent began during our half-term break. So today we're going to learn a little bit more about Lent and think about how we can use this time to prepare for Easter. So when is Lent? Lent begins on Ash Wednesday, which is the day after Shrove Tuesday. So that was the Wednesday during half term. Remember Shrove Tuesday, we can also call Pancake Day, and hopefully you all enjoyed some delicious pancakes on Shrove Tuesday. And it ends before Easter Sunday. It's considered to be a very important time in our Christian calendar. Lent lasts for 40 days. However, if you look at a calendar and count the days, there are actually more than 40 days. Lent is actually 46 days. However, the Sundays, the 6 Sundays, are excluded, which is where we get the 40 days from. Lent leads up to Easter, the time that we remember Jesus' death and resurrection. So why is Lent 40 days long, excluding the Sundays? Before Jesus began his teaching, he spent 40 days and 40 nights in the desert, sometimes known as the wilderness, to be with God. During this time, he had no food at all. And whilst Jesus was in the desert, the devil appeared, trying to tempt Jesus. Lent lasts 40 days to remind us of Jesus' sacrifices over these 40 days when he was in the desert, and also of his refusal to be tempted. So, what might Christians do during Lent to remind them of Jesus' sacrifices in the desert and to help them get close to God before Easter? One tradition during Lent is fasting, and this is usually done by grown-ups, by adults who might do without some of their usual treats like chocolate, or they might stop eating meat on Fridays. Another way that Christians remember the sacrifice of Jesus is that they give more to charity during Lent. We sometimes call this almsgiving. So they give more to the charities that they support, and they give more of their time to others during Lent to help out and to remind themselves of the sacrifices that Jesus made during his time in the desert. And the third thing that Christians might do more of during Lent is praying. So they might add an extra prayer at the beginning or the end of the day, or they might choose to pray the rosary or go more often to church. These are the three main ways that Christians remember the sacrifices of Jesus and attempt to get closer to God during Lent, so that you can be reminded of these three activities. There is in your home learning pack a Lent sorting activity where you have some pictures to cut out, and they are examples of prayer, almsgiving and fasting, and you have to sort them in the correct groups. So you might want to pause the video now so that you can have a go at that sorting activity. Well done, children. So what could you do during Lent this year? Rather than give something up, we are recommending that you take something up for Lent this year. And here are just a few ideas. Firstly, could you remember to smile and say thank you more often? Could Could you remember to tidy away your toys without being asked? Could you say a prayer for someone in need, or an extra prayer at the beginning and the end of the day? Could you cheer someone up with kind words? Could you offer to help with some chores around the home? Whatever you choose to do this Lent, we would like you to write it on the template provided in your home learning pack. So have a little think about what you want to do more of in Lent to help you prepare for Easter, so that you are ready to celebrate Jesus' resurrection on Easter Sunday. Okay, children, so today your focus is on the season of Lent and preparing during that time to celebrate Easter at the end of Lent.